It is the 9 p.m. Prime Edition Bulletin. My name is Kevin Nandera. Now to start with, sector holders in the labor export industry had a retreat with the Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuzi and Senior Presidential Advisor on Diaspora Affairs Ambassador Abe Walusimbi on issues surrounding the sector. Ibrahim Karim Bogere, a sector holder and Vice Chairperson of Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, sheds more light on the authenticity of the sector.
Labor Externalization is a government of Uganda strategic initiative intended to facilitate the recruitment of Ugandan migrant workers to decent employment opportunities and promote the protection of their rights and welfare in destination countries. This is done through labor export companies. Ibrahim Karim Bogere, Vice Chairperson, Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, gives us the legal regime of the industry.
From the mother ministry, which is Minister of Gender and Labour, that regulates and stipulates how companies or individuals who intend to do the business of labor export must do to get licensed. First and foremost, you must have registered as a company under the laws of Uganda and the Company Act. You must be established. And the owners, that is shareholders and directors, must be purely Ugandans. So, upon fulfilling all the requirements as provided for in the law, the Ministry of Gender goes ahead and licenses a company that has expressed interest. You talked about the costs. Yes, as any other business, there are costs that are involved because the setup, the registration of the companies, the infrastructure, the offices, all that needs money. But besides that, there is a guarantor or a guarantee that is given to the ministry for you to execute this mandate of externalizing Uganda, which is close to 100 million. That is money that you have to put in the bank for the 2 years that you'll keep in operation. Just in case if there is any issue in regards to your mandate, if there is any breach, the government, through the Ministry of Gender, will be in position to liquidate your bank guarantee and ensure that they facilitate the breach. Either the girl has been externalized and has failed to come back, so they have to get the tickets and other formalities to get him back. So that is what it takes. You need to have a bank guarantee with the Ministry of Gender to the tune of 100 million. Besides that, you must have definitely a financial cash flow that shows that you have the ability to run the business, you can pay employees, you can manage you have connectivity abroad, you must have jobs abroad, and the infrastructure setup in terms of offices and capacity to accommodate girls for briefing and all that kind of stuff. We also required you to have a minimum of 10 million cash flow, minimum balance on the account as you're starting.
He says the government through the Ministry of Gender monitors their work, but they also have partners from the other side.
Gender is involved in licensing and also in supervision of our day-to-day work. The other thing is that when girls are externalized abroad and they have issues, of course, under the Constitution, it provides very clear that it's the obligation of the government to protect all Ugandans everywhere in this world. But in line with the undertaking that we do when the government is licensing us, it is also our obligation to monitor and ensure that the girls that we have externalized abroad are in good working conditions and their welfare and rights are taken care of. So we work in collaboration with government here and abroad. That means that if a girl in Riyadh has issues, first of all, they need to notify us that you externalized the girl X and she has issues. We have partners that we work with in terms of recruitment offices. We notify them. Most of the cases are handled at that level, but when it escalates to the magnitude that ministry or government has to intervene, then we have to write to the embassy. So that's when government comes in. maybe ensuring maybe this girl has these issues, he's deported, he needs a travel document. Of course, he must get it from the embassy. Sometimes maybe there are issues that he needs the intervention of the legal regimes, the other side, and for us, we're here. So sometimes the embassy, through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, can work hand in hand with the Minister of Labor, the other side, to ensure that rights of the migrant workers are taken care of.
Like any other industry, the labor export agencies have challenges like propaganda, which destroys the business.
Public opinion is over the sector. First and foremost, people perceive this sector as a group or a gang of people who are just interested in money. They are not human. They are not, interested in knowing what other people think about them, but they are really targeting on money. That is a very big challenge, and that's why we call upon media to come to us and we really educate the public that this is a genuine industry that came into place after an act of parliament. We operate under the law. We are regulated and supervised by government through the Ministry of Gender, now through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs abroad, and also security. Because before you are given a license, there is what we call background check. They vet all the directors, all the shareholders, and all the employees who intend to get involved in this business. That means government is involved. Then after vetting and clearing, these people are given the license to operate and supervised regularly. That qualifies it to be a government program. We are just doing delegated responsibility from the government. We are not mafias. We are not all those names that people call us, traffickers.
He asks government, in case of any issues, it should follow them up, give sector holders fair hearing, but also condemn those who go astray.